live on YouTube. I'll prompt your attention to certain things. And then I'll tell you, screenshot this. If you can't be there live when you're watching the replays, at that moment, pause the video and screenshot it. Okay. If you don't do those types of things, you're not going to get the results that you're probably hoping for, at least not the results that I'm aiming for. If you do what I'm telling you to do, you will learn amazing things next year. You'll have a better understanding about what I do in the mornings and in the afternoons. How do I get my bias? How do I know what I'm looking for? How do I know if I should be trading today or not? What happens if I feel like I think this is a day I'm going to trade, and then things change that takes my willingness to want to trade away, and then I don't want to do anything? See, that's mentoring. That's the real shit that books can't do, a 1 week workshop can't do. You have to be with someone that knows how to do it, that's done it more than just in the last year. I got funded account. I'm going to start doing a mentorship. Fuck, get the hell out of here. You're teaching ICT stuff, so just stop. Save everybody's time and money. Give them their link to my channel, and it's done. It's easier. They'll respect you more in the end. But Friday, I went through the top-down approach. I went through the daily chart with you, and I mentioned in the narrative of everything, think about what yesterday was. Okay, I prompted this in a tweet. I said, think about what has been going on, who's been making money recently. The shorts. The market's been bearish. It's gone down. Yes, we had a rally off the lows on the daily chart, but year-end squaring of positions, that means folks that are holding positions that, for taxable income and things of that nature, if they're holding positions, what positions are they likely to be squaring up towards the close of the day? Well, if you're short or predominantly short, when people are closing in positions on a short, they have to do what? They have to buy. So that's already a built-in advantage. So now think about why I said 38.64. Note that. Relative equal high. Note that. And I left you in the morning session. What did I teach you in the 2022 mentorship when it starts to trade in the afternoon session? You use the lunchtime liquidity. Where are the stops? If it's been going down, where are the stop losses in buy side above that lunch hour? The market's going to gravitate towards that. Unless it's a strong one directional trending day, which isn't always the case. You have to be a trader working in markets that are not like that. But if it's one direction, just a big tear off right from the beginning type day, you either got to be in it from the beginning or you're done. just leave it, let it go. But if it doesn't have any kind of like real retracements of any kind, that's what I'm referring to. Those types of days, unless you're in at the beginning of the move, it's better just as this turn it off, come back the next day or whatever. But that's not what it feels like you should do at the time. You want to chase it, or you'll spend all day waiting for a retracement that never comes. It just keeps melting or keeps barreling higher. Those days cause people to blow their accounts because they chase and they chase and they chase. And even knowing that they shouldn't do it, they put on a bigger position to make up for the fact that they didn't get in at the earlier point. And in any little retracement of any single candle or two, which is insignificant in the grand scheme of that move, they collapse the trade because they can't handle it. And it still keeps pressing on. You've been there before, haven't you? I know what that feels like. I did that shit in oats. Thin, shitty ass market in commodities. I did that. And it was in a mood that just kept moving and moving and moving. And because I was trying to make up for the fact that I didn't get in when I knew I should have, I put in a bigger position than I should have. And every 1 cent move is $50, kind of like an ES. And when you're carrying 15 contracts and you can't really carry that much in terms of margin, it doesn't take long to scare you out of the trade. And 4 cents, 5 cents, it was enough for me. I had to bail it, and it would still keep going in the direction if I just would have held onto it. Never went to what I would have used as a stop loss, but I couldn't weather that pain. 20-year-old man, 20-year-old, no clue what real money was, wet behind the ears in life, freshly divorced. I had chip on my shoulder. I had all the things that you're going to complain to me about if we were sitting at the bar. Okay. You want to give me the reasons why you're not successful. Your father hated you. Your mother disowned you. Your wife cheated on you. Everybody's, hated you and shit on your entire life. Dude, I have all that stuff. Okay. I got all that shit. And that's none of that. None of it's an excuse for you not to be able to be successful with this. None. I was homeless. Okay. Trust me, I'm telling you, there's nothing you're going to be able to bring to this conversation that says that this is a verifiable reason why you can't make it work, because that's bullshit. You have to have the tenacity to say, I'm going to deal with it and stick with it. And understand that, like what I did on Friday, walking you through the daily chart, and I outlined the fact that we are in what? The last day of the year. Now, the narrative I gave you and the reasons for it was this: last trading day of the year, we're not expecting a lot of volatility, but let's note it: the previous day's high and the previous day's low. Which one's likely to get hit? Well, if you consider the fact that we're in our last trading day, it's a Friday, there isn't going to be new positions barreling in there. There isn't going to be this big rush to, I got to get in here. There's going to be a big move. Not on the last trading day of the year. They're not going to have that. So that means what? We're likely to have an inside day. How did I know that? I'm sure you're probably asking, like, I hope he answers, why, how do you know it's going to be inside day? Well, I've already said and what I've explained thus far, but we also opened below previous day's low. I'm sorry, below previous day's high and above previous day's low. So at 8:30, when we start looking for something, and at 9:30, those two time periods are important. There's 2 hours of the morning session that you have to be in front of your charts between 8:30 in the morning and 9:30 in the morning, all the way up to like 10:30. I guess technically what? That's, yes, it's 2 hours. That's your morning session. Now, if you haven't found a setup by then, don't. There you go. There's 80% of your losing trades now been removed. If you chase something outside of that 2 hour window, if you haven't found anything yet, don't. Wait for the PM session. How did I know that? Dozens of blown accounts. When I stopped doing that shit, I stopped wrecking myself. It's chasing things. That's all you're doing. It's FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, I got to get in something. I've been here 2 fucking hours. So, what's 2 hours in the whole career lifetime of you trading? It's shit. It's nothing. Movies are longer than that, for fuck's sake. And you're trying to make a big deal about 2 hours of sitting in front of the charts and did nothing. You got chart time. You got experience. Stop looking at that as, I didn't get anything out of it. See, that's the right now woke crowd perspective. And oh shit, I probably stepped in some shit right there. I don't care. This generation is too fucking lazy. And you're going to have to find a way to fix that lazy ass if you're going to make money in this, because even ICT can't fix lazy ass. That lazy ass syndrome, if you bring that into this industry, you're done. You're done. There's no way you're going to be able to cope with the wrestling match that this is going to put on you. And when you lose, you're going to feel like it's something that was done to you undeservingly, when it was you that invited it, because you're doing something in a hurry, ill-equipped, you don't know what you're doing, you're rushing, and you expect it to be easy for you. Let me tell you something. It's not easy. It's not easy. Once you learn your model and you know what it feels like to get your ass burned, and you know the consequences of doing stupid shit, you know boundaries. Kind of like that yellow double line in the road. Don't cross that son of a bitch, because if you do, you know what's going to happen. Bad stuff. And you might not be here long after doing it. You're going to have to be personally responsible and making decisions where financial success or ruin is all on you. All on you. A lot of you that are young don't like to weigh that out and say, you know what? It really is all on me. Yeah. And that's a terrifying feeling. And me being in a live session with you next year is not going to remove that. In fact, for those that are going to make the mistake of trying to take a live trade based on what I'm saying live, you're really going to be shitting yourself, because once you put the trade on, and I'm not saying the things you want me to be talking about, you're going to see, like, say, for instance, I'll paint a picture for you. Say I'm calling the market to a specific high above market price. And I'm saying, I believe the market sentiment right now is prime for a run on buy side liquidity. And I have this level here. Let's study this. Right away, some of you are going to be like, oh shit, that's it. Daddy just gave me the invitation. I'm going in. How much margin can I afford? Right there, you done fucked up. Number one, you're trying to press a button instead of watching price and learning to read each individual candle. Not, I just bought it. I don't even know where I should have bought it, but I heard him say it's going up and I got time and I got to get back to work. I'm on my smoke break. If my boss sees me fucking with this phone, I'm going to get fired. I can't afford to get fired yet until I learn how to make this money because this year I'm going to over leverage my funded account and I'm going to be independently wealthy and I ain't got to worry about this shit. But I'm going all in. You're laughing right now, but you know damn well that's what you thought you were going to do. And you shouldn't. Don't do that. You're not going to understand how to reprice if you do that. Because if you go in and let's just say you foolishly press the button and you get in even a small position, the smallest leverage you can afford to put on, or the broker will allow you, and then you're in there. You're going to be watching the profit and loss going up and down, not reading the individual candles like I want you to do. See, you got to get yourself in sync with how these markets book, minute by minute, second by second, interval by interval. You cannot be a divided mind. You can't have your attention elsewhere and learn properly. If you're watching that P&L tab on your open position while I'm doing a live stream, you're fucking doing it wrong. And you are going to fail, even if that trade makes profit. Because once I pack it in and the close of 2023 comes and you have to do this all by yourself, it's going to feel like the weight of the world is crushing on you. You're going to be scared shitless when you have to make the decision on your own because you've wasted your time trying to catch what you're thinking is easy money instead of taking the opportunity and placing in all of your hands to learn how to do this in an environment that is safe. You can't hurt yourself. You can't hurt yourself. Now, it might bruise your ego for some of you that thought you knew how to trade. And when you see the things that I'm going to teach you, that's fine. You can come back from that. But it's real hard to come back from putting money behind a trade that you don't even know why it's likely to move. You're just trusting me. Don't trust me. Not on the face value. You want to go into the charts and do it. See it. Earn your own personal trust in these concepts. And that's why I've always openly challenged. Don't take my word for it. Go in there and try to debunk it. Notice how no one's ever been able to successfully do that. Yeah, because you can't. I am the algorithm. I am the author. It's mine. And I know it. And I am welcoming you all to join me and I will share it. I will show you all these little pieces that come together and you'll find one good opportunity per week. That's your career. Everything else, that's all on you. But you want to find a way to outpace inflation? You don't have to pay me for that. I'm going to teach you how to use what I've already given you. Where's there a better deal in town? Where is there anyone else out there making it this accessible with proof that it has precision that's unrivaled? You see, I've waited for this entire year to finish because I couldn't wait to lay this on you. Because I know some of you have woke up to, wow, this shit is it. Like this is the real thing. Yeah, it really is. And I'm the real thing. And I've always been the real thing. I didn't have to go out there and dance and perform and show everything that I can afford to own. And I didn't have to show you any live accounts, but I did. I showed you precision. I went in a live stream, I think twice this year, and called the very fair value gap and where it's going to go. I did it. Oh, that's just a cherry pick. No, it's not cherry picked. It's right then and there. You all have probably seen leaked videos of my mentorship where I was giving analysis, and I've received lots of emails over the years saying, I want to join. I've seen leaked comments of your commentaries, and I looked at the charts and it did exactly what you said. Please let me join. No, no, you don't need to. I'm going to be on YouTube. I don't do analysis for my private group anymore. So stop fucking asking me. You can't join that. It's just them enjoying each other's company, and they're a community. They earn that spot. That's where it is. But there's no secret analysis. I'm making it public. I'm literally laying it in your hands. What are you going to do with it this year? Are you going to sit around and try to take pop shots at it and find fault with it? Or are you just going to really say, you know what? I'm going to take this guy at his word and he's going to make it available. I'm going to see if there's any validity to it. I'm going to do everything he says and let's see what happens. That's all I'm asking you to do. No PayPal, no credit card, no coupon codes, nothing. Because I already know, I already know I'm going to have a legion of new believers that are able to do this on their own. And my wife and my family and I will be reading all of the success stories like I've been reading this entire fall, all the way through. I'm getting letters. I'm getting, these are real people, folks, bringing up that, hey, look, this is what I've done. And I have nothing else to thank except for the stuff I've watched on your YouTube channel this year. This is amazing. I've been doing this for 15 years and I've never made money. Now, with watching what you've put on YouTube, I'm making money. I'm funded. I got $400,000 in funded accounts and I'm taking withdrawals. How do you argue against that? And when you're one of those types of people, is it going to matter who doesn't like ICT or what you do or think it's fake? You're not going to give a flying fuck what anybody thinks. You're making bread and you're breaking bread. It's not going to make any difference what anybody thinks. They're not spending your money. You're spending it. And you're able to do it without ICT. That's what I want. I don't want glad handing. I don't want people holding on to me saying, I need you to do this. No, you don't. You don't. I don't run a service where you got to keep paying me because I think that's unethical. I don't charge people anymore. I could. I could make a fucking ton of money right now. I have money. I want to live the latter stages of my life principle oriented and have a clean conscience that the things that I've known for years that I was told not to share with anybody else, I had to create a language. In that language, I have, it wasn't easy. Let's be honest. It wasn't easy for me to try to bridge what it was that goes on versus what could be talked about and not get me in trouble. Oh, what do you mean by that? You're not supposed to know this stuff. So if I make up, well, terms and usages of theories that would be very, very close, very, very, very close, okay, to what the actual algorithms do in the marketplace. Now, when I say algorithms, there's two of them that dance together. The engine that runs price, that is the algorithm. How does that work with smart money algorithms that engage price engines? Where do they enter their orders? Where do they adjust their orders? Where do they close their orders? See, that's that synergy between both of them that I had to create a language to be able to communicate how that happens and not divulge what has been given to me that you are never going to learn. Oh, here we go with this Tom Clancy shit. I don't give a fuck if you believe it or not. You explain how I can do what I can do and find it anywhere else in any other fucking theory or retail horseshit or some super power engine, black box horseshit that doesn't work. I know it sounds arrogant, but it annoys me that people see the obvious and they still can't see it. I'm going to literally sit down with you and map out every 1 minute and 5 minute candle, real time, 2 times a week. You're going to see it. You're going to walk it with me. Every fucking candle. Nobody does that but me. And I'm looking forward to it because I know jaws are going to be hitting the floor. People are going to be shitting and falling back in it because they're going to be like, damn, this guy is exactly what he said he was. Yep. And I never had to be more than what you saw. And here's the kicker. Even after this, there's still going to be people out there, and they're going to say, yeah, but he didn't do this. He didn't trade in front of you. He didn't do this and that. See, these are the same people that have sorry ass win records. Their stats suck. They can only over leverage and gamble, and they call that skill. That's not skill. I'm not a 50-50 trader. Notice that? I don't want to have a 50-50 strike rate. I don't want to operate or engage in an environment that invites only that as a possible outcome. I want to be in there when the stage is set for me to obviously get everything I could possibly garner as an odds in my favor. And you not knowing those things right now is a cause for you to feel anxious. Like I'm hiding something from you. I'm promising you all the things that I'm never going to divulge past what I've already done. I never ever have to teach those things. I have simplified things. Like there are simple macros in the marketplace that run every single day, and you can find them and make money. That's what I was talking about with that 5-handle move. You can find a 5-handle move every single fucking day. I don't give a shit if it's seek and destroy. I don't care if it's a trending day, if it's a consolidation day, if it's a classic buy day, classic sell day. It doesn't matter. I can go in and you can too. After 2023, you'll be able to find a 5-handle move. That's 20 ticks in the S&P. You can make a career out of that. What if you parlay that up and use money management to build it up, build it up, build it? As you make more money, it allows you and affords you to do what? Carry more contracts and not increase the percentage of risk. It stays the same. What does that mean? Well, let's say you start with a hypothetical funded account of $10,000. Okay. Oh, and you can't make a lot of money with $10,000. Well, Larry Williams did in 1 year. You can't make what? You don't think you can make tenfold on that over a course of a year? I think you can. I believe it's possible. So stop listening to these fucking people that say you have to have $300,000 of funded account to make money. Bullshit. Last time we talked, I said, what if you get that funded account for 100,000 and you just make 1.5% a week? That's 6% per month. Compounded over the year, that's 100%. That means you made 6 figures, $100,000. Tax it, you probably got about anywhere depending upon where you're at in the United States, and I can only talk from the United States perspective. And barring any kind of special tax treatment, the likelihood of you getting trader status in the first year of trading is not likely. You have to have a track record. So you have what? 100,000, tax it, you probably got anywhere between $68,000 and $72,000. That's a good living, folks. That's a good living. Now, if you just did that every year and you did nothing more than that, are you failing? Did you miss the mark? How do you rate in your social media equity curve amongst your friends and family on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram? Do you feel like you're not up to snuff with them? Stop worrying about them motherfuckers. 90% of these people don't even make money. 90% of them can't fucking trade. And if they are with a little bit of money, they've made their money selling shit. And I've been very open and honest with you. I have made more money selling education than I did my live trading. It's easy. People pile in, they want to learn, they'll pay. Trades you have to wait for. You have to wrestle through. You have to wait, lose, come back, lose. It's a lot. And when you learn how to trade and do well, guess what? If you want to use that as an income source, I don't think there's anything. It's just because I stopped doing it, just to prove a point to everybody. Because he makes his money doing this. Okay, well I'll stop doing that. But these same fuckers are out there trying to sell new shit. Oh shit, with 12-year-old furniture in their house, dusty as shit. So you have all kinds of potential income streams laid at your feet once you know how to do this. You could be in fund management. You can be in prop firm. You can educate. You can do signal services. You can do YouTube channels. I mean, there's nothing limiting you. Once you learn how to do this the right way, and you can manage yourself efficiently, effectively, and manage risk properly, there isn't a living soul on this planet that wouldn't be at least interested in see what you're doing. They don't have to subscribe to your views of it. For people that don't, look at it this way, for people that couldn't afford my mentorship, they still watch my videos on YouTube. For the people that don't want to watch my YouTube videos, they still read my tweets. Doesn't matter. You have an audience. I have an audience. So there's a way for you to monetize this skill set in so many ways, and it not hinge on you making your trading income support you initially. That's the major thing that I want you to understand, because see, you're all trying to get rich real quick, and I'm not promising you that. I've never done that. I've always taught, have modest expectations. Back on baby pips, try to get 25 pips a week. Yeah, 25 pips a week. And if you're risking 2% each trade, it builds up nicely. I shared a spreadsheet that did all the math for you. Oh, here we go, spreadsheets. Okay, go back to Friday and show you see what I did. I outlined it in detail, where the levels were going to be, where it's going to go. Inside day, why happened? You thought I forgot about that. The likelihood of the market not going above Thursday's high and below Thursday's low on the last trading day is highly likely to stay inside the range. So it's going to